Hi, I'm Dr. Toni. I'm a mom of four with kids currently ranging in age from infant to adolescent. And I'm a wife to a computer/tech guy, and I'm a fur dog mom too. Yes, we have a dog in our full family. Professionally, I'm a trauma-informed psychotherapist in the state of Pennsylvania. I'm a high-level mentor and teacher. I'm an inspirational speaker and best-selling author of The Reset, a High Achiever's Guide to Freedom of Fulfillment, which you can find on Amazon. But let's not keep this too formal, okay? It's just not my style. I prefer a much more down-to-earth, human-to-human approach. So if that is a fit for you too, then here's a bit of personal background, transparent, honest information about me as a human, all right? I am a mixed woman. I'm married in an interfaith relationship, and I grew up as the second daughter of a Black man and a white woman. And they were also twice divorced pastors. And I spent most of my childhood as the overweight tomboy. I was the new girl many times because my parents, they both had separate churches and houses that came with those churches, which changed every X amount of years. And that meant that I moved quite more frequently than the average individual. And although I was very social, I actually grew up feeling like I didn't fit in or didn't belong anywhere. And that led me to believe that I needed to overwork, to overgive, to overachieve, to overconsider, to overextend, et cetera, in order to be accepted or wanted or of value. And eventually, after many years and decades of experiences, I learned to value living outside of the norm. Rather than trying to find a way to make people think I was fitting into their boxes, I realized how valuable I already innately was, and that not being the norm or not fitting into boxes was actually an asset. So in my recent adult years, I've embraced thinking, living, leading, and being outside of the box as a good, healthy, and vital asset of who I am as a mom, as a woman, as a wife, as a human, as a helping professional, as a therapist, et cetera, which of course, this is all going to carry over to my work with my clients and all the information that I share here or elsewhere that you hear me speak. At the age of 21, I had become a single mom to my first daughter. And less than a year later, I walked across the undergraduate stage with her on my hip as I earned my bachelor's in social work degree without pause. I continued on to further my education and my career while being a single mom for several years before dating my now husband and creating our blended family together. My unique experiences, perspectives, skill set, they help me to challenge myself and grow and to challenge those that I serve. They help my audience to explore their own unique and innovative gifts and talents and skills and aspects of themselves that the world and their teams and their communities and their loved ones can benefit from them and actually embracing more of in a healthy way, in a productive way, in a meaningful way. And so as a leader, educator, author, speaker in the mental and spiritual health fields, I believe that my own personal experiences are actually what contribute the most to my passion, purpose, and powerful impact as a professional and as a parent too, and as a partner, right? Like all of those experiences that I personally had in my life helped me to be a better me, a more connected me, a more empathic me. And I certainly have my own history, right? As do you. I have my own history of struggling with a couple bouts of burnout, of struggling with anxiety, depression, toxic relationship patterns that wreaked havoc on me in so many ways. I struggle in the past, I've struggled with church and religion and challenges that I had experienced in my interactions there, my observations there, as well as other mental health stuff too, that I'm not going to go all the way down that list of because I could go on for a long time. But although those experiences that I navigated in life, they were difficult. Often they were lonely. And even occasionally they were life-threatening. I invested a lot of time and effort and energy and resources into learning how to become refined by them rather than defined by them. And I don't mean to say that as just a fun, fluffy sentiment. I really, really mean that. I had to choose to learn how to become refined by them rather than defined by them. My own experiences sent me on a venture to explore what life balance, meaningful success, relationship satisfaction, and even a sense of fulfillment, what they actually are. What are these experiences? What is this concept? And I explored if they're even possible. Are those things even possible that people say they want, that I wanted? And I explored what it takes to experience more of them in a healthy and helpful and more joyful way. And I've learned a lot. I've learned so much that has actually changed my life fundamentally. It's changed my relationships, my sense of self, and my career, all for the better, which is why I can now feel so appreciative for all those past challenges that I experienced, even the traumatizing ones. Along the journey, I have continually expanded my study and understanding of what I believe to be important for us as multifaceted human beings. And those overarching things that I believe to be so important for us as multifaceted human beings, there's three of them. There are three overarching ones. There's our psychology and sexuality. That's one. Our spirituality and faith. That's two. And the sociocultural aspects of ourselves and our experiences. That's three. And I believe that the intersection of these three overarching areas is essential for us to explore and address as people that are experiencing life as individuals, as well as people that are interacting within the relationships and the systems and the world that surrounds us, whether it's at home, whether it's on the street, at work, in the nation, or in the world at large, and so on and so forth. Understanding, exploring, becoming aware, and effectively, meaningfully addressing these three overarching areas and the way they intersect with one another is vital. It is vital, and it is the core of my mission and my desire and my vision and my passion and my purpose to explore and teach and embody in my life as a living example of what I do. About 5 years ago, I created a model called 5 or 6 years ago, I created a model called the core connection model, which helps conceptualize the what, the why, and the how to helping us feel better and do better in relationship with ourselves, with others, with social systems, and with whatever the higher power or spiritual or purpose, faith-based self is for you at work and at home, okay? Because that's the core of who we are. And prior to 2023, I primarily only taught it with my private clients because it was something that I wanted to one-to-one be able to share and teach on. But because I found that it has been so incredibly helpful, it's practical, yet it's powerful. This model I've discovered, it just needs to be shared more, okay? I want to share it with more. So I've decided to share about it more publicly now. And so you can keep a lookout for more about this as I refer to it, as I speak about it, as I teach about it more and more. The core connection model, you can learn more about it on this channel. As time moves forward, I'll share more about it, and in other places where I share my work, like when I speak on guest podcasts, or when I share in my email newsletters, or make social media posts or appearances elsewhere. If you're curious about my education, yes, I also have education and credentialing, even though I believe that my personal experience is such a powerful part of what makes me who I am and what allows me to be so impactful in my relationships and in my work. So as far as my educational background and qualifications go, my PhD is in human sexuality, and my clinical career as a licensed clinical social worker has focused on healing trauma, relationships, and systems so that they can be nourished and purposefully flourish more and more. My first master's is in clinical social work. My second master's is in education. And although I'm trained or certified in a variety of powerful methods like brain spotting, which I highly recommend that you check out. If you haven't heard about it, you can go to brainspotting.com, or I'll link a brain spotting video below where I share a bit about that. Although I have awareness and practice and training and certification in a variety of things, I don't subscribe to any one cookie cutter method in any of my work. So I'm an eclectic in many ways, and I infuse research and techniques that incorporate the brain, the body, the mind, the heart, the soul, and faith into my work and into my life. Because to me, integrity is about practicing what you teach. So I strive to live a life with balance, purpose, and intention in mind each day, and incorporating what I teach others and mentor and guide others in navigating in their own life. I incorporate the fundamental pieces of that in my life on a daily basis, knowing that I'm flawed, knowing that I'm not gonna do it perfectly all of the time. And so when I'm not diving deep into my work, you can find me silly dancing and singing with my kids, or walking in nature, or enjoying one of my delicious delights like homemade lattes, fresh baked bread. I mean, come on, or melt in your mouth chocolate. Delicious, right? Often creating novel ways to support my community of leaders, of parents, public figures, innovators, influencers, ambitious entrepreneurs, out of the box thinkers, driven professionals, right? And so I encourage you, if you connect with any of those categories, to subscribe here on this YouTube channel so that you'll be among the first to catch new releases of videos that I put out. And if you are wanting to be challenged by a mentor who can help you gain more clarity about what next steps to take in your life, or a certain aspect of it that can help you strengthen your sense of confidence and connection within your personal relationships, whether that's as a parent or a partner, and refine your sense of satisfaction as a leader or a professional, then you can use the link that I'll put below to discuss working together. It's an application link, because I work by application only, and you can share your specific goals and dreams in that application so that we can be sure that we're a good fit for working together. And those one-to-one spots, they are very limited. I'm not just saying that. They're limited because I do have time that I do prioritize for different aspects of my life, and I provide high level direct support in those one-to-one experiences. So go ahead, check that out, and I will let you know if I receive your application, whether or not I have something available at that time. Now, if that's not for you, or you want something more, you just want to kind of get your feet even more wet because this is really intriguing to you. If you're looking for free or low cost resources, as an example, well, I do have those free low cost resources that are going to help you either light the spark to helping you feel successful and satisfied more often, or if you're wanting to just simply deepen the success and satisfaction you've already got going on, then you can tap into the free or low cost resources that I have available to you. I totally encourage you to check out the intentional scheduler that I have available. There's a free template of it. There's also a $20 mini course in that intentional scheduler. Is going to help you go deeper into incorporating it with brain, body, science, soul, all of that, and backing it up so you can get really intentional about your schedule on a day-to-day basis. It's proprietary. You're not going to find it anyplace else. This is not something you will find available anywhere else. You can only get it here, and it's $20, right? Now, if you've got questions related to any of the topics that I covered so far in this conversation, then you can just go ahead and you can submit those through my free Q&A submission form. I've listed that below for you too. If your question is chosen, I'll provide a video response to your question right here on this channel, available to whomever needs to benefit from it. And so it's not going to just be a support to you, but also support to others that may have questions similar to yours. Now, if you prefer staying in contact via email, I've got you there too, no worries. The link to join my email list is below. I promise that I only share high value content, support, and insight in the emails that I send out. And I'm not going to overwhelm your inbox with tons of messages either, because that's not my thing. I don't like it, so I don't do it. All right. So as always, if you're in my audience, then my focus will be on cheering you on as well as challenging you so that you can feel more meaningfully successful and fulfilled as a multifaceted human being at work, at home, in your relationships, right? As you are moving towards your goals and your dreams in life. If there's a particular thing that you're looking for support with or information on and you don't see it listed below, feel free to reach out. Just go to my website, click on the courses tab at the top right-hand corner, and then scroll down to the submit a support ticket option, and you can go ahead and submit that in there. Now, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. All right. And we will meet again soon in the next video.